everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Now, you might notice things are a little bit different. That's because two things. First of all, I reloaded an old save, so that's why we have the rover pack. Second off, I recorded an episode, but when I was done recording the video, I slapped it in my editing software, and I noticed that the microphone had random clicks, just random like. And I'll just give like a recap of what I've done, because I didn't actually do that much. First of all, first of all, I've got a mod that adds, well, it doesn't add anything, but it makes the tools quieter. So that's literally all it does. And then in the config of that mod, after a lot of work, I also made it disable the Mars ambient sounds and stuff. So we no longer get that weird, eerie, spooky music that sounds like you're in the side of a reactor. Then I kind of just drove around a bit. After that I drove around a bit and just kind of went lost, realized that half my markers were wrong, so, that's fun. And then, I came back over to the crater, and I built up a very basic structure, and then that was pretty much all I did. So this episode, what I want to do is I want to finish this structure, because it's not exactly complete. And, Alright, so let's see. So what I want to do is I want to get this connector built. That way we can transport ores from this over to the connector, and we can also charge the battery on there, because once we get a solar panel, this will be producing power. So, I think we'll want to get that, and then we'll also want to get the turret. So I think the turret is going to be useful. So we'll middle click, and then we'll let's clear out everything real quick. So middle click, shift middle click. That will put everything we need into production. And now all we need to do is just mine some stone, and that's why we have the rover. Actually, one of the first things I'm going to do is probably grind off a lot of this stuff, like the assembler here, since we're not going to need that. Combat phase is ended, so we don't have to worry about combat. And that's pretty much. I haven't really done that much progress, but so I didn't originally, when I first started the series, I was going to do no reload, so I wasn't gonna reload the game at all. So any mistake, I'm still gonna do something similar to that, but I'm gonna have a couple conditions where that's not the case. So I will not be reloading the game unless it is clang related, or like game just glitching out and being stupid and like the vehicle falls through the world or something stupid like that. Or if it's completely game ending, so if we can't recover from it. So say we're in space and we're driving around in a giant vehicle, and then we get hit with a nuclear bomb and we can no longer progress the game. That type of stuff. Or in the case of last episode, falling off a cliff. So that's the only conditions where that isn't the case. It's very stormy. What I need to do, actually, which it would be smart to do, is to set up a GPS marker here, so we don't ever lose this. So we're going to go click the parking brake. And I will be using P for the rest of the series. I know it's like, oh, don't use P, or your ships are going to go boom, blah, blah, blah. I will use P until the day I die. Okay? I might regret it later in the future, but then I'm just going to go into the connector settings, and I'm just going to go, don't use for parking. That's just it. That's just, okay? That you can't convince me otherwise, okay? This is why we need the connector. Like, look how slow it is to do this. We also need a better base than this, but, you know. That'll be later on in the future. We'll probably build it underground. Which means that I probably want to change this rover up a little bit so it doesn't dig itself a grave every time you try and right-click mine with it. I'll probably build a dedicated rover for clearing out tunnels, actually. That makes the most sense. There we go. Alright, so that's all the stone we need. So, now I can middle-click. And I can start working on all of this stuff. Just need some metal grids and stuff, really. Yep, motors, metal grids, and some steel plates. But we need more iron. So, we probably want to go on a dedicated iron-only expedition. I'm very concerned about this lightning. But a dedicated iron-only expedition where we go and collect iron. Because we've got so many iron markers. What's the closest, actually? Because that would be useful. Oh, we only have one FE marker. We only have one FE marker. All the other markers were bad because I don't know how to make a proper marker. Great. 5 kilometers away. Well, that's inconvenient, and that's the only one, not even just the closest one. We'll probably do a little bit more exploring. Maybe, or we might just drive over there. It doesn't really hurt that much. I don't really want to risk losing the base, like, because we've got the as you can see, there's now an observer base. But I don't want to risk losing it, because I go out exploring and this thing's undefended. That's why I've got the Gatling on there, but the Gatling isn't the most useful. And I just realized I did that same thing again where I did new instead of new from current position. That's I always do that. That's seriously just it's gonna be my downfall, I swear. You know what I need to do actually? Hold on. This would be smart. Let's get rid of the spotlight. And we're going to place down a high power spotlight. They consume more power. And they need a computer. So if we just grab a computer. Man, it is so sandy. And like, it's hard to see anything. There we go. So now we can go to the spotlight. High power spotlight, and we can just turn the radius all the way up. So now that is a lot more effective. That's like a giant sun, but it's kind of a necessity because we've got the Space Got Real mod, so it makes everything dark. And it's nice and handy when you're in a sandstorm like this, I guess. See, this is why we need a better mining vehicle. Like an actual proper miner and actually properly mine iron. I mean, I found the best solution for mining stone is just to drive around. And just to hold down the left mouse button and just to slowly pick up resources as we go. Might as well head to this unknown signal. Alright. Unknown signal. This is right now, this is like our most plentiful way of getting resources. Is just to harvest it from these unknown signals. Because yeah, you get quite a bit of resources early game. An engineer plushie! Sweet! We've got an engineer plushie. So now we can grab a weld pad and we can add our 4th battery onto this thing. This thing's gonna, like, honestly, we're not even gonna need to charge the batteries because this thing's just gonna have a bunch of power from all the the unknown signals that we've been finding and collecting resources from. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. This battery's gonna explode or clang out in the... I've been trying to do this. Come on already. Oh, this thing's jammed now. It ain't going anywhere. That's kind of a problem. Whatever, it'll probably dislodge itself. Or clang out of existence, one of the two. Oh, okay. Well, lightning. So, the battery's still alive. That thing is full on wedged in there, by the way. Oh, don't want to go in that hole. That would have been bad even if I clipped that. There we go. Is that battery dislodged? Or is it just permanently a part of this vehicle? Cool. Well, I don't think we're getting that thing back. But we can now deposit all our loot into there. And we can now start looking into building this. There we go. Still need some more materials. So, since combat phase isn't active, maybe we should go and look for some iron. It's a little bit... I don't really want to leave this thing. It's also a little, I don't want to accidentally drive the rover off again. It's a little bit foggy. I mean, anything outside the light, you can't see. Like, you cannot see at all. But yeah, let's go and investigate this unknown signal and yoink its loot. The more we explore, the more of those assert buildings can spawn in. And if we get a drone facility, we're going to start getting waves attacking us. Which means we're going to need a lot more Gatling guns, that's for sure. Ooh, that's got a medium cargo container. Honestly, I don't think we really need the battery anymore. Med kits. That is pretty much useless to us. But we do have a bunch of space credits. I don't think we can do anything with them though. You know what I'm glad about? The fact that this rover hasn't disappeared because of the batteries that's on it. Thinking about batteries, is that thing still on there? It still is. And it's also clanging out. Is it loosened up? It has loosened up. Okay, let's see if we can get that in there now. Yeah! Okay, finally. I don't really know what was here earlier, so I'm just going to put a wedge there. Yeah, good enough. I don't care. It'll annoy some people. I don't care enough. This rover already looks destroyed. Alright, it's time to go and drive home. And this time I'm not going to jump off a cliff like I did last time. Because I got a speed limit. But if I did jump off a cliff, I wouldn't be able to reload because it wouldn't be game ending. Because I do have an assembler and a refinery down there. So, technically, under my own rules, I wouldn't be allowed to reload. Perfect. Alright, just need metal grids for that. And motors for that. That's really it. So, all we need is a little bit more stone. Which we don't quite have. At least I don't think we do. What's actually in this thing? Stone. Just a bit of stone. I'm actually going to get rid of the med kit and the space credits. Because they just take up space. Actually, I don't think the space credits take up volume. I think they just... No, they do take up volume. So yeah. We don't want them. They take up very little volume. But volume is volume. I would like it to be made the metal grids. Oh, we don't have cobalt for metal grids. That's a problem. So we won't be able to build the gun until we can get cobalt. I don't think we found cobalt. Nope, none of this has metal grids. Nothing on this rover has metal grids other than this Gatling here. And I think the survival kit... No, the survival kit doesn't even have metal grids. We could actually put that on the base. So, I guess we have no choice but to explore. But it's in the middle of a storm. So, I don't really know how much of a good idea that would be. And if this thing doesn't have a... If we can't build a gun turret for this thing, then it's completely undefended. So, how many metal grids do we need? So that's got 5. How many does this need? 15. So it wouldn't even be enough. So I guess we have no choice but to get cobalt. But we haven't found cobalt. We might have actually, but I would have deleted the marker because... Well, it would have been at 0, 0, 0. So I guess we don't really have a choice but to explore and see if we can find some cobalt. Hopefully that thing doesn't get attacked. If combat phase happens, then we're definitely going to head immediately back to base. Please tell me this rock has a bit of cobalt in it so we can get some stuff started, like a mining ship. Silver. Well, there's nothing really... Might as well mine a little bit, because we're probably going to need some for, medical components. We don't need that much, just a little. 100's probably enough. Just in case our survivor kit gets damaged or something like that, we can actually repair it. We probably could have marked that down. What actually got damaged, by the way, when that lightning striked? I don't think much actually got damaged. We could actually use a propulsion override if we wanted to... Yeah, dampeners don't work, but we could actually use a propulsion override. We wanted to. You don't want to get too close to that observer base because they'll start sending in drones to us if we do. This thing is definitely not combat equipped. It's got a Gatling gun with 4 ammo in it. It's not going to be able to survive any real attack. Silver, ice. It's just a bunch of silver. Well, I mean, there's nothing... Oh, silver and cobalt! Yes, we got cobalt. Okay. There we go. So we now have access to silver and cobalt, which means we can get a survival kit if we need it. Another survival kit. But more importantly, we can now get metal grids, which we need if we want to make any sorts of real progress. So, let's go down here and get some cobalt. There we go. Now, I was like, when are we going to hit the cobalt? We'll dig one more time. There we go. Well, yeah, we'll try and get an inventory's worth of cobalt and then we'll head back. That's kind of disorientating. Alright, so we can now head back, and yeah, that'll probably be enough for a while. I didn't set that at the right position. I'm glad I noticed that. Alright, much better. Now that should be right on top of us. Yep. We'll get rid of that. And yeah, let's go. If I remember the parking brake button. We probably want to be cautious. Obviously, we don't want to go full speed down a mountain, but, you know. So yeah, let's dump this. So, yeah, we should be able to get metal grids now. Oops, I don't know what I just put into production. Unnecessary, that's what I put in there. Get rid of that. Let's see, what's this refinery doing? It's doing cobalt. Yeah, this, see what I mean? It's real slow. So, this is going to take a while to process through that. Let's get all the iron out of the way first. So that'll be the quickest. I'm not sure how it's making this without... Oh, okay, it did have cobalt. Anyway, so once those are done, we will be able to do this. Does this require any metal grids? It requires motors. Don't we have motors? I don't think we have motors, right? Yeah, we have motors. So now, when we have resources, we can hook up to that. If we had a connector on the rover, that is. So we need a connector, and we need a converter. We need a conveyor converter. Where are they? There you go. Most useful block in the game. So yeah, we'll get rid of this back half and we'll put a connector here. Now the connector does have a large connection on the back by default. Actually, we don't even need the conveyor converter because we could just slap it there and then connect with via the turret. So we just need, I think, interior plates. I don't remember what you need for this. You just need steel plates. Anyway, we can place the connect. Oh, it has the connection on all sides. It doesn't matter how I orientate it. And then I just place a corner conveyor. Right there. There we go. Doesn't this require metal grids? I thought it did require metal grids. But maybe we probably just had some laying around. Yep, we can make some motors. And we should be able to make the gun turret now. No. I'm guessing it thinks it's done, but it's not. There we go. We now have a Gatling turret. And it should have ammo inside it. Have a look. Yep, it has ammo already. And yeah, so this thing will be AI shoot. It will prioritize probably offense. Makes sense. 1,500. I don't think this thing shoots up to 1,500 meters. What's the range of the Gatling gun? Gat. 800 meter range. So I'm not sure where it's getting 1,500, but I guess that's range. Like it will try and aim even if it can't reach. But let's do 800 meters. Neutrals don't. Unknown, no. Target biologicals, don't target projectiles. Target meteors, sure. Target grids, yep. Target subsystems, yep. And larger small grid. Now on here, I am going to change one setting on here. And the only thing I'm going to do is disable meteors. I've never actually seen meteors in this game, but I don't know how deadly they are. It can't be that deadly, right? It's just a, you know, giant rock from space. Do we have motors? Do we need more motors? I think we need more motors. Just shift middle mouse button. I'll get the job done. We do need, I think we need more iron. Yeah, we don't have enough iron. That's fine. Need more motors. So, now that we have a gun turret, I feel a little bit more confident about leaving this thing behind. But we should be able to mine some stone, and then yeah, you can transport it with a connector. Yeah, it is very dark. It is like, this isn't just YouTube, like it is pitch black for me, other than where it's lit up. Like it is very, very dark. Alright, we should have quite a bit of stone. So we should be able to transport all of that in here. That could have been bad. So let's grab some stone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the motors in front. And then Alt and mouse button. So, what's that refinery doing? Oh, that's why it doesn't have any resources. There we go. All components are successfully withdrawn. There we go. So, now we have a connector on the back. We can go and grab the vehicle. Our batteries are only at 13%, really? But these things have been discharging the whole time. 0 power, 0 power, 0 power, 0 power. That explains it. Yeah, they have 0 Oh, no, never mind. Hold on, I was reading the wrong metric. Yeah, this has stored power, 94%, 20%, 50%, and 87%. So this battery should be able to charge, but whatever. I can actually drive off just alone those batteries. They are gaining power. No, it's losing power. So why is the discharge not working then? The batteries don't even seem to show up. Like if I search batteries, does it show it? No. Like they are set to show in terminal. So, and I know that one of these is friendly. This one here is friendly. 9% sure this is my one. So I'm not quite sure why the batteries aren't. Oh wait, you know what? It's probably that this is their maximum output. What are they outputting? Yeah, I think they can only output 2,700. I don't think they can output any more than that. That's probably why. Yeah, if I go and set this to charge, yeah, you can see, look at the battery at the power indicator. So they're not actually able to supply enough power, which is why that's happening. That makes sense. Anyway, we should be able to connect to this. I need a light on the base, so it's easier to see. Oops. Oh, I just blew up the connector. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. Why do I do these things? Seriously. It even had armor on it. I just blew it up just like that. This rover might be a little bit too powerful. There we go. Let's just be a little bit more careful. It's hard to navigate in the dark. That's my excuse. There we go. Beautiful. So you can see the battery on the rover is now gaining power, and those little batteries over there are discharging. I believe this big battery is losing power though. Fully depleted in 20 minutes. So yeah, it is losing power, but once the batteries, these little batteries have charged, then these ones will just start discharging in the main battery. No, we don't want it on, we want it on recharge so it doesn't lose power from the base consuming it. Which it shouldn't do because the other batteries are discharged, but you never know. We do not have any more magnesium. No, yeah, we have a little bit of magnesium, but we don't have enough to actually really do that much. I guess the next thing we want to do is probably mine a little bit of iron. And then it would also be smart to build this solar panel, but it's going to take a while before it becomes daytime. And this is beautiful. But yeah, this is kind of expensive, so I think it would be smart if... But yeah, I guess we're probably going to get some more iron, and obviously we want to get some magnesium. So if we go and put that on the HUD, there we go. We can go and watch that. So now, oh, what happened? I think the game crashed. The game crashed. Oh no, the game crashed. So let's go and get some iron and magnesium. So we'll put up the iron marker, and we'll head over there, and if we find anything else, then we'll definitely want to mark it down. Specifically a closer iron pocket. Nickel, cobalt, iron. Well, there's iron right here. New from current position. Nickel. Caps lock's on. Nickel. Cobalt. Iron. Literally everything you could need to make heavy armor. This is heavy armor in the ground. let's go and mine a bunch of that iron, and then we'll look at building a solar panel and other things. Probably a flying ship. Flying miner. I wonder what's cheaper, an Atmo thruster? 110 motors, 10 grids, 8 steel tubes, or a hydrogen thruster. Hydrogen thrusters seem cheaper. Yeah, the hydrogen ones are cheaper. Here. Mars doesn't have an atmosphere, actually. So, we have to go with hydrogen, now that I think about it. We could go with ion, but the problem with ion is it won't work very well with this high gravity. So yeah, we don't really have a choice but to go with hydrogen. Other than that, or like I said, you can go with ion, but we'll need a lot of them because they're really weak. Since we have cobalt, actually, we could probably get the tier 2 drills and tier 2 gear. That's definitely something I want to do.
Inventory full.
Let's get rid of that stone.
Inventory
Fill that with
full.
iron instead. I think that's probably enough iron. I mean, it's a lot. So yeah, how full is this thing right now? Ooh, very. So what was I thinking? I was thinking about something 5 seconds ago. Oh yeah, I wanted to make the tools. So yeah, we're definitely doing that. Oh, okay. So one of the batteries might have gone dead. Yeah, that battery's dead because we've been on recharge the whole time. I actually forgot I had recharge on. I didn't even realize. Do you think if I turn the turret off, we'll have more power? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so if we connect to the base, and yeah, we still need to add a light. You know what? I'm doing that now. Let's put a light on this thing so we can actually see what's going on. What is that? Torpedo launcher. A torpedo. Okay, but yeah, we'll place down some lights. We can go and pump the light radius up on these. Wow. Let's lower that intensity a little bit. There we go. That's nice. We get all the illumination around the base, so we can actually see what's going on and what we're doing, which will help a bit with parking. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. So now if I set the batteries to charge, they should start charging up. They'll use a little bit of base power, but that's fine. And yeah, so now I'll put away that. Let's do that one. And so now we have a butt ton of iron in the refinery. Well, we don't have it yet, but we will have a butt ton of iron in the refinery. So we can now build the solar panel, because we should have the resources around. But before I build the solar panel, I want to build those new fancy tools. So, right, we can't build that without the proper assembler. So what does it take to make the proper assembler? 160 computers. Let's put that into build planner. And then we do boop. There we go. So, it will make all of the resources for that, and it's going to take a bunch of resources, but we just put the iron in the front there. Then it will start making a butt ton of iron, and we'll use that, and then we won't really need that much more cobalt, I don't think. But yeah, we'll have a butt ton of iron, and it says we have a lot required, but you can see we also have a lot available, and I think that's the same. I don't know what the efficiency is on this thing, actually. I don't think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I think that requires the normal refinery for a 1-to-1 ratio. So it probably requires over 2,000 iron, which we kind of have, so I think we'll be fine. nickel, magnesium, silicon. That stuff we don't have. Do we have stone? We have a little bit in that little cargo container there. And a bunch on iron. Oh, and we have a bunch in the cockpit. So let's put that. Let's put that in front. Then we'll do the iron and then the cobalt. And then we can grind this down and we can put the big old assembler on there. Alright, that should be everything we need. So let's actually... Well, we already know we have the resources for it. So let's grind that down. We'll drop everything in that assembly. Oh, right.
Inventory full.
That's gonna drop all of that on the ground. Hopefully none of that despawned. And then we need the assembler. All of this for a couple of tools. Alright, so now we can go into production, into the tool category. We should be able to make these ones, right? What do they require? I can't tell. Silver. We have silver. So, yeah, this has a 1.5x speed. This has a 2x speed. So, it's 2 times faster. So, we need silver now. We do have silver. So, let's go to the refinery. We'll just put that in. Oh, can you not refine silver in this refinery? Shell casing, cobalt, iron, magnesium, old scrap metal. Can you not do silver? You can't put silver in there. Oh. So we need the bigger refinery, which I don't think we have the space for that. That's problematic. Unless we kind of cheat the system a little bit. Because what if we just built up a small grid large refinery on there? I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing this, so... I don't think we have that much more iron, though. No, we don't. So, all the iron we have is all the iron we get. Luckily, we seem to have 4,000 of it, so I don't think we have any issues. Yeah, that's a lot of steel plates for a small grid. That's probably the most resource-intensive small grid thing there is in this. Actually, no, that's definitely not the most resource-intensive small grid thing it is. Because, we have all of these guns, and I imagine a lot of them can support small grid. I mean, I don't know about you, but a Starfield rocket artillery for small grid not available in the selected size. Oh, okay. That's lagging the game, and I haven't even placed it down. Yeah, that's big. Big boy. And yeah, I don't think you can build it smaller. You can place it down on here. You see that bubble around it? Yeah, that bubble is there because that thing is so strong that you can't place them next to each other. The game doesn't want you to. It's just like, yeah, if you're gonna want that, yeah, you're gonna get limited because we ain't giving you the ability to do that fast. Anyway, so that refinery is now making silver, which means that we should be able to get those soon. I mean, it's gonna take a while, but we don't really need silver for anything else. There we go. We're already getting our grinder. I would like the welder to be done first. So I want the proficient welder, proficient grinder, and proficient drill. And then I can get rid of these old tools. So let's go to... Can I not just plop them in there? In the assembler? Yeah, I can. Let's get rid of you.
Inventory full.
This is definitely a faster grinder. Wow. So, we can grab these... Oh, that's the assembler. Let's do only on this ship. Let's grab these old tools out because we won't need them. And we'll go and plop them
Energy
in there.
low.
Yeah, that's fine. And then what we can do is we can go to disassembling and we can disassemble all of these. So that'll get us some resources. There we go. That was real quick. So the next thing we want to do with the assembler is there's the automatic system. And you can automate a lot of this stuff. I'm not going to do too much for now. But the one thing I am going to do is the Gatling ammo. This is all alphabetical, thankfully. Sort of. Gatling ammo boxes. 10 of them. There we go. So it should make 10. It should make sure there's always 10 of them. So if I take out some of this Gatling ammo, then you can see now it's gone into production. And then when I put it back in, it doesn't change it, obviously. But that will constantly keep... Across all of the inventories, it'll constantly keep 10 Gatling ammo in the production area, which means that this thing will never run out of ammo as long as it has the resources to make ammo. Talking about resources to make ammo, we probably want to go out and collect some of them, like some more magnesium. But yeah, I guess that'll be a later thing. So.
Energy critical.
Great. If you liked the video, hit that like button. You like my videos, subscribe. So yeah. Bye.